Hi, Panda Bears. If you haven't met me already, not sure why you're here, but great! It's so nice to meet you. I'm Leonie. I am an internet weirdo, somebody who likes the internet. I also run businesses for fun because businesses are fun, and I like to talk to people. So, YouTube it is. I'm going to answer one of y'all's questions, and that is, how do I deal with a crazy customer or a hater? So, first and foremost, I'm so sorry if you're going through this. I know it can be really scary, painful, traumatic, anxious, worrisome, and painful to be experiencing a crazy customer or an internet hater or whatever's happening. And I also want to say success, congratulations, that's awesome. You haven't made it until you've reached enough of a market that you've got enough of a net that you've inadvertently caught a bonkerdoodles. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. I think so much the fears that come up for people, and they've definitely come up for me in the past, is, oh God, this is going to completely destroy my business. This is going to completely destroy my reputation. This is going to have irreversible effects. This is a sign I should stop. I should definitely stop building a business. I should definitely stop sharing my light with the world. And I just want you to know, no, just forget all that and keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. You do not need to please everyone in order to be able to succeed at business. And just as in, you don't need to please everybody in order to succeed and be happy in life. I promise you that this is going to get easier as you go along. I promise you that this isn't personal. This isn't about you as a person, your spirit, your intention, your integrity. And I promise you it's not going to destroy your business. I just had a friend last week actually go through her first hater experience, first crazy person who was very, very demanding. And I was sitting talking to her with my husband, and she's like, I'm just so afraid this is going to destroy my business. And my husband just laughed and laughed and laughed and said, don't worry, mate. I promise you, that's definitely something that you think the first time it happens or the second time it happens. But, 150th time down the road, you're like, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep on succeeding and growing and glowing anyway. Because one person does not make or break you. And you know what? Even if they tell their friends, cool, go ahead and tell your friends if you think I'm an asshole, because people who are abusive or haters or just really, really demanding, I 100% can tell you that it's an infectious disease. So their friends are going to have it as well. So it's better if you don't have those people in your business. Wherever possible, have a VA deal with it. Wherever possible, end that contract. If they're a customer or a client, just say, you know what, we're actually not a good fit. And either putting enough boundaries around them to contain their behavior so you can continue working together, or releasing them from that contract for them to be a customer of yours and saying, you know what, it's actually best if we don't work together. And I've actually used those words with somebody before. I'd had a run-in with them, and they were very critical of who I was as a person and how I ran businesses. And then a couple of months later approached me and wanted to work with me in a different business. And I said, you know what, actually, the thing is, there's quite a lot of evidence here that says we're actually not a great fit for each other. So it's totally cool for you to do that, but find somebody that works with you and resonates with you. Otherwise, it's just going to create more drama for both of us. So it's really good to put those boundaries around it, be really clear about what you will accept and what you won't accept, and have measures in place. So if people are abusive, or they're not there in a helpful capacity or a constructive capacity, then just report them if they're on social media, ban and block. I actually have a standard operating procedures that if somebody's given us a red flag by being abusive to me or staff, they just get banned and blocked like across everything, and they're not on my mailing list anymore. It's just a no from us, because once somebody's engaged in that behavior once, they're likely to do it again. And of course, like, that doesn't mean like for somebody, like if they've had an issue, like oh, they can't log into the Academy membership site, or they have had a book that's not delivered, that like we're not going to be like, you're a hater. No, we like resolve those issues, of course. But if somebody's just being a massive dickhole, then that I have no place in my world for dickholes. If you need to get therapy or energetic healing around it, it can be really, really triggering. It definitely has been for me in the past, and I've done work in order to feel like, oh, I'm safe in my body again. I feel okay and resolved, and I know what I need to do in the future now. And when you do feel resolved, make sure that you look after that place is, you've gotten to that place. Look at the places where you could improve. Like, where can you improve systems? Where can... Mama. Yeah, you can go talk to Daddy. Ask Daddy for water. I have a very hungry caterpillar right here. Are you a hungry caterpillar, Beth? No.
A hungry kid.
You're a hungry kid, not a hungry caterpillar. All right, Bubby, go ask Daddy, okay? Can you close the door as well for me? Huh? Can you close the door when you go out?
Yes.
Thank you, sweetheart. So, as I was saying, look at ways that you can improve communication. Look at ways you could fix... That's okay. Just chat to Daddy. Thanks, darling. Improve your systems, improve your communication. Look at ways that you can get people who aren't the right fit for you to self-select out. Like, maybe you need to be much clearer in your sales page, or like if you're running a Facebook group or you've got a membership site, maybe you need to have really good terms and conditions so people know how to behave within that space. And maybe you can be, and maybe it's time for you to be even more upfront about that. Oftentimes we feel like we're being bitchy by actually having any boundaries, or saying this is how to contact me and this is how not to contact me. Like, or these are the times that I work and these are the times like I don't work. Like, it's so much more useful to create a clear set of expectations so that your customers and the people that you interact with know, oh, this is what I need to do in order to thrive in this space. This is the boundaries for this container that we're in. And just having a look, like, are there any places where there are holes that need fixing? Like, even if a person's behaved really abusively and you've gone, you know what, they're actually really not the right person for me, like a real, like, right customer for me at all. And you've set them free, released them out into the world to be free, to go find a place that does resonate with them. Still have a think about, like, they might have had a specific problem and they may have reacted like way over the top over it. But is there a way for you to fix that specific problem so it doesn't, like, it's not a pothole for anybody else to fall into? So make sure that you're doing it with a lot of love for yourself and a lot of love for your vision and what you're creating, because it can feel so much like a personal attack sometimes, and it's really an art. And you will get better and better at dealing with this. And I promise you, this is not the end of your business whatsoever. And boundaries really are the cure, as in all things. So if you want to know more about boundaries in my Shiny Biz and Life Academy, I've got the Boundaries Bootcamp workshop that you can go through. Otherwise, I hope you have a most magical day. And I want to send you so much love, especially if you're hurting right now from having a crazy or a hater. Mwah!